news right here. Don't go away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. It's Friday. I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to the news update. We're going to cover all the news we can possibly squeeze into this video that happened this week. But there are a couple of things I want to mention really quickly. First, at the time of recording this video at about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there were PS5s available on antonline.com. If you want to grab one, at the time of the recording this video, they were there. They were also on fingerhut.com, which be aware, though, that fingerhut.com is a credit card purchasing kind of store, kind of like Home Shopping Network. So please be aware that if you find a bundle on fingerhut.com, they will be slightly overpriced, but at least you will get your item, okay? And it is a legit thing. That's where I got mine. Just letting you know. And no, I didn't apply for their credit card and pay ridiculous thing. I paid for it up front. But a couple of stores already have them. Walmart.com had them earlier. And Target had them as well. I cannot guarantee that now, obviously, but they are there, so just keep checking. Okay. So there's that. I want to mention that really quickly. I do also want to mention that towards the end of the video, there's going to be a story about a scam that's going on regarding consoles. So please stay tuned. It's important that you hear this one because I don't want anyone that is looking for specific holiday gifts to get scammed. And I would feel really bad. So I'm going to give you all the information I have on that as well. It's not cool. Let's talk about first, though, that a new game of Grid Legends. That's what they're going to call it. And if you're familiar, they had Grid 1, Grid 2, and now they have Grid Legends. It will be coming out on February 25th, 2022. And this time around, it's more arcadey and stuff like that. They do have races and stuff, but it's not quite simulator-esque like Gran Turismo 7 is. They'll have hypercars, big rigs, single-seater cars, drift legends, iconic prototypes, and according to this, stadium trucks, which I tried to figure that out, and the best I can figure is that has to be monster trucks. Okay? So it's kind of cool, the idea that you can, race monster trucks. That's pretty awesome. I'm assuming that's what that is. I hope that's what that is. It may not be. It might be one of those kind of like akin to NASCAR. They do race trucks. So I don't know, but we'll find out. But anyway, that's coming out on the 25th of February, 2022. So if you're looking for more Grid action, it's coming soon. So hang on for that. All right. So Uncharted Lost Legacy. No, baby. My dog thinks she needs to be on top of my head. I don't know why. Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. I don't know why they had to announce this because they've already previously announced that there will be no multiplayer or anything like that. But they felt the need to announce it, so I'll go ahead and announce it. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection will not have voice chat. I kind of figured that because it's going to be the single-player experiences only. But they also made a point to say that there will be no microtransactions of any kind. That was announced yesterday. Again, if you're going to have a single-player only experience, I don't know why you have to have all that stuff, but there it is. So there's that. Jurassic World Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out a few weeks ago. They're going to actually release a brand new DLC on December the 7th, December the 9th, which is actually on Thursday for $7.99 US. It is basically a whole new thing where you get new flying dinosaurs, new aquatic dinosaurs, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. Probably some new missions and stuff like that as well. So if you're into that park building, Jurassic Park chaos thing, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I love the first game, and this game seems to be better. The reviews are very positive for this game. There's a lot of improvements, which is good. So I'm looking forward to being able to play it. I just hadn't got around to it yet. So if you're looking for more of that, available on the 9th of December for $7.99. You can pick it up and download it, and you're good. All right. Really quickly. The Witcher 3 is getting new DLC. That's right, you heard right. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is getting more DLC. It's kind of insane that this game is still being supported the way it is, but hey, it's a great game, so more power to you. Basically, what is going on here? PS5, the next gen release that's coming out in quarter two of 2022, is getting a DLC related to the Netflix series. So if you're a Netflix fan and you've been watching the Witcher series on Netflix, my wife and I do. We love it. Absolutely love it. Um, they're going to be adding DLC related to the show. So we don't know if it's going to be, cosmetic like an outfit or two or whatever, or if it's going to be missions kind of related to the show. We don't know that. What we do know is that it is not going to be quite as big as the other expansions, but there are going to be some DLC related items for the Netflix series, which, by the way, the new series, or rather the new season for Witcher, does show up on Netflix if you're watching it on the 17th of December. So there you go. There's that. Let's see. Yeah, this one bears being told. If you're familiar, if you've been paying attention, PlayStation Plus members will be receiving their new December games on December the 7th, one of which is the PS5 Godfall. However, you need to be aware that this is not, and I repeat, this is not the full game. This is not the same game as is currently available for sale. It's a new Challenger edition. Basically, it takes out the campaign and all of that stuff and focuses on three different in-game levels. Okay. It's kind of weird that they did it this way. They called it the Godfall Challenger Edition. It says focuses on three in-game levels or game modes called Lightbringer, Dreamstones, and Ascended Tower of Trials. And basically what that allows you to do is have all the in-game weapons and all that kind of stuff so that you can play, but you don't get the campaign, you don't get any story, you don't get any of that stuff. You can, however, play cross-gen, which is kind of nice. So if you have a PS4, you can play with your PS5 people, and that's kind of nice. But, and they're leaving you an upgrade option. Excuse me, by the way. They're leaving you an upgrade option for the deluxe edition if you want to. That way you can get both the Godfall and Fire and Darkness campaigns. I don't know that I like this. I'd rather prefer that you just release the original base game and allow us to buy the DLC if we want to, because I've never played Godfall, but this doesn't give me a reason to go in and play Godfall just because you give me three modes. It's kind of like a demo. Here, have this. That's what it feels like, and I don't know that I like that. If I wanted a demo, I'd go find a demo. But that's just my opinion. I think that Sony kind of dropped the ball on this one, and y'all know me. I'm a PlayStation guy. I love all the consoles from Nintendo. I grew up on Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox and Atari. I love them all, okay? But like, this is dumb. This is dumb. Now, the other two games that are coming out, Lego DC Villains, and what's the other game? I can't even remember off the top of my head right now. But the other game, they are the full editions, but Godfall is the only one that's this messed up kind of, here's a souped up demo for you. I don't get it. But just be aware of that. When you download it and check it out, don't be surprised when there's no campaign and nothing like that. It's just three different modes you can play with your friends. I really don't know why they're doing that. All right, so let's move on. All right, so now that I've done all of that, I'm going to get to this big story that I think needs to be covered right now. There was a lady in northern Kentucky just a few days ago, and this is being reported by all kinds of news outlets, but I picked this one up. Let's see, who did I get this one from? Oh, yeah, this one actually came out of news from Denver. This is on their local news website, but this is being covered all over the place now. But I want to go over this right now because this happened here in the last few days. A I'll give you a synopsis and then I'll read you a few things that are very, very important. This lady in northern Kentucky was looking just like we all are right now. A lot of us are. She was looking for an Xbox Series X for her son, and just like everybody else, surfing the internet, Walmart, Target, all that stuff, and she couldn't find one. And she got really excited because there was a website that she found that said they had one, and offered to sell it to her for $500, which is the asking price for retail sites. The asking price that Sony, advertises is $500 for a PS5, or same thing for a Xbox Series X, which is what she was looking for, an Xbox. And I'll read you the direct quotes here. Now this is the lady talking. She said, I found a site called Gaming Spot and Electronic. And they said they had one in stock for $500 that, everybody else was asking for. It sounded like GameStop and offered many of the same gaming systems for the regular retail price. So far, so good. So they came out and they said that she basically paid in. I don't know why I can't read that now. Said that she basically placed an order, but that when placing the order, they didn't ask for a credit card. They didn't ask for PayPal. They asked her to pay via a cash app called Zelly, or Zelle. Zelle. I've never heard of this particular cash app. I do know what Venmo is. I do know what Cash App is. I use Cash App to pay my lawn guy and pay a few other things. Okay? But she was asked to pay via Cash App $500, which she thought was kind of weird. So she contacted them via chat, okay, and they explained that they would accept $500 via the Cash App called Zelle, or Zelly, and she was not familiar with it, but she went ahead and did it. She downloaded the app. She sent $500 from her bank account and provided a phone number, supposedly for contact to let her know about her tracking number and all that kind of stuff. But instead of getting a shipping notification, the poor lady, she said, and I quote, they told me that I had to send an additional $500 to have it released for insurance reasons, which sounded fishy. Okay, she didn't think the site was legitimate, so obviously she requested a refund, but no response to the request from multiple texts and emails, and then of course she realized that she was being scammed. It says, and again, this is a warning in the article. Please be aware that payments like from Venmo or Cash App or any other thing is just like sending the equivalent of the X amount of dollars, basically sending a whole bunch of cash to somebody. It's obviously common during the holidays, which we all know. And she obviously has contacted the Better Business Bureau. And so here's my thing, okay? If you are going to be looking for high-priced items, whether it's consoles or whatever the case may be, for your gift giving this year, please, when you do your research, always review a site first before you commit to a transaction. My wife runs her own business out of her home. She just recently started, but I would never ask somebody to pay me via Cash App. I would never ask somebody to pay me and then of course not provide them with with some kind of tracking information. That's crazy. That's insane. So here's what they recommend. Okay. Please, obviously, review the websites that you are looking at. Before you make a purchase, go into Google. It's this simple. type in the website and say review, and it will give you a list of you know reviews for that particular website. If things like this are scams, usually people that have already been alerted, like the Better Business Bureau or anything like that, will post. Once you type in that website and hit review, they will post that this website is a scam. Please do not go to the website. It'll be just listed in Google's search engine. I've done it many, many times when looking for different things like this. So please be aware. They said that the people at the news organization here in Denver, or they're in Denver, not here, said that they actually went to this gaming spot electronics website, and they found a number of inconsistencies. At one point, it was gaming electronic with no S. At one point, it was gaming electronic with an apostrophe S. One time, it was gaming electronics plural with just a regular S. Another time, they misspelled gaming. They put two N's in gaming. Things like that. And then when they finally did reach out to the supposed company, they get the phone number that was provided goes to a recording saying that the call is rejected. Of course, there is no physical address for this website. It's listed as being in Los Angeles, but there is no physical address for the website. There's no physical location, none of that. So please be aware to be careful where you're going. Just as a public service announcement, really, because $500 is a lot to lose, and there are a lot of people desperate to find consoles or desperate to find certain gifts for their children or their families, and it happens every year. But in this case, I felt really, really bad because I am a gaming channel, and unfortunately, this poor person is out $500, and their son probably will not get the gift that they were trying to get. If you do business with my wife, by the way, which I have not announced her business on my channel, or anybody else, make sure that you know the person, or at least if they have a reputable site. If you're going to do business with anybody, and they have like an Etsy store or a website of any kind, a little online shop of some kind on Etsy or somewhere like that, just please make sure that they have plenty of contact information, that they provide you with the tracking information, and that they disclose to you all the pricing, like the price for the item that you're buying plus shipping, and then all that kind of stuff, and see if they have the shipping prices and all that listed, so you know what you're paying for. Because I'm not saying that everybody does this, but this kind of stuff does happen over the holidays especially. And just make sure that you know the person. If I'm going to sell something, I'm going to sell it to somebody I know. Or at least, make sure that I give the person that I'm selling all the information I possibly can related to the item that they're buying, so that they know they're going to get what they get. When my wife sells something, she always provides tracking information, and she provides contact information to her. She provides pictures of the item that you're going to get, and everything before you purchase it. And then, of course, she does it through reputable sites like Etsy and eBay and things like that, so that you know what you're getting, and you have a guarantee to back you up. So just look for those things, okay? Other than that, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope next Monday we're going to be doing a opinion piece about the gaming industry, because there's a bunch of stuff going on, and I have a whole thing planned for Monday, so stay tuned for it. I think you'll enjoy it, and I hope that you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye, guys.
And that's a wrap of today's news.